Yeah. Yeah. Ah! Hello, welcome. It's
Cathy from theintimacydisher.com and Reid from
and Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Thank you. Yeah.
The pattern's not there.
So, how do you ask for reassurance from your partner without sounding blaming? Like, if I want to feel comforted, a lot of people, and I'm guilty of it sometimes, you never are there for me anymore. What I really want to say is, would you please reassure me that you're here for me now?
You're going to be there, continue to be there for me. Well, I mean, one way is to do it just like that.
Yeah.
Like being like, I need to ask for reassurance and I don't want to sound blaming. The problem is in most people's day-to-day experiences when somebody is like, I don't mean to be a dick, but blah, blah, blah. I don't mean to be racist, but blah, blah, blah. You know, and you're like, they're just telling you, I'm about to be racist.
Yes.
You know, I'm about to be blaming.
Yes. You never are there.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I feel like, I'm going to use my I statements too. I feel like you're never there. So I would say the way I would do it is you have to figure out first. Hopefully this, if this works for you, you figure out what you need first before you ask for it. Unless you happen to be in a relationship where it works well, where I can come to you and say, I don't know what I need right now. Will you help me figure it out?
That's great if you have that.
And not everybody works well like that, right? Because, that's a huge distinction around communication styles. People who receive, we're going to brainstorm what you need right now and then figure it out, versus people who are like, I work best if you just come to me with your, this is what I need, and clearly state it. So knowing what your partners and friends and family are like around that can be really helpful with how you approach them.
Yes.
And, any clarity that you have for yourself that you can deliver to other people is super useful. So in these situations, it's, what do I need and what's my intention? It's kind of a variation on the difficult formula conversation, which is what I'm afraid of might happen, what I'd like to have happen, and here's what I need to tell you. So I could come to you and be like, well, so what I'm afraid is going to happen is I'm not going to get what I need. I'm afraid that you're going to feel judged and criticized. Mm-hmm. What I'd like to have happen is for you to feel reassured that I will come to you in a respectful manner with what I need, and that ultimately that you can help me get what my needs met so that I can calm down. What I'm not telling you is I need some reassurance from you because I'm afraid you're going to leave me. And can you tell me that you're not going to leave me? So in using that difficult formula conversation, I've created context, which helps. Context will often help people not feel blamed.
Right.
Doesn't always help us not feel criticized.
Yes.
But the criticizing piece is often like you come to me with that statement, and then I feel criticized, which is really me kicking my own ass from the inside.
Yeah.
Like I'm beating myself up because, if I had just reassured her,
I should have known.
I should have known this, and I'm beating myself up.
Yes.
So I think, and I don't think it's a gender thing, but for me as a man, when especially women ask me to make a change or a shift, I beat myself up for not being able to figure it out ahead of time.
Yes.
Your mileage may vary on that, but asking for reassurance without blaming can sometimes be just as easy as, "Hey, honey, could you reassure me?"
Well, it's been just since learning this and doing it more, the positive. It actually succeeds much more than me coming up and saying, "Why don't you? You're never there for me anymore," because then whoever you're telling feels criticized and they're shut down and defensive and.
Yeah, and then odds are I'm not going to give you what you need.
Right. So it just reinforces the fact that I'm not lovable or he's going to leave or whatever because he's angry, or upset. Mm-hmm. So by just being with whatever I'm feeling for a few minutes, maybe calling a friend and saying, "Okay, I'm feeling this. Can you help me figure out what's going on?" And then being able to say, I'm having kind of a small day. Could you reassure me that you want to be around? The success rate at that is so much better.
And and for those of you who want to Google stuff, I'm Googling nonviolent communication, which is a communication style technique. They have some really great savvy stuff about needs versus feelings. and how to make requests versus demands. And they're awesome. Marshall Rosenberg, I think, is the correct name of the person who founded it. And there are lots of amazing instructors throughout the world. Down below. Yeah, and that's just great stuff for a particular perspective on how you can identify what you need, so that then you can ask for it.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
What do you need?